God, Sex, and Love. I'm your girl, Miracle Sims, and today it is time for Male Perspective. That's right, friends. I am going to do a nice little Q&A with my good friends, Ranye and Neil, and we're going to ask them some questions from the Black Men in Intimacy book. So if you all are ready to see that, stay tuned. Welcome back to God, Sex, and Love. I am here with Ranye. Hey, Ranye.
Hey, what's up, Miracle? How we doing, beautiful people?
I'm good. Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Oh, Lord, why am I getting choked up when I'm going to say this guy's name?
Yo. Yo, every introduction, it's like you speak with your fist balled up. Look at your hair right now, yo. See, what was that? I gotta throw a shot somewhere. Like, okay, go sip some water real quick. Go get some of your water.
What's going on? So, friends, you may or may not know, but I have been talking to Miss Therese Fleetwood, and she wrote a book called Black Men and Intimacy. Okay, Voices from Across the Dysphoria. It says here, real talk, real answers. So, what we're gonna do today for the Male Perspective, gentlemen, is I want to ask you all some of the questions that she asked these gentlemen in the book. So, you guys ready?
Oh yes,
We ready?
definitely ready.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so she basically, asked about, how many men was it? Well, I just say a nice, good amount of men. She asked several different men, different age groups and everything like that, these questions. And, got their just natural responses and stuff like that. And so she basically put it into the book. So that's what she's done. And so we're just going to do a little piece of that and see what you guys have to say about some of these questions. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get into the first one. What you guys think? Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Ready.
All right. Now, I don't know if y'all want to flip a coin about who takes it first and all that. Like, y'all can work it out, man.
All right.
Okay, so the first question I'm going to ask you guys is, what is intimacy to you?
All right, Neil, do you want to do rock, paper, scissors on this one? Or you want me to go ahead and take it?
Let's do rock, paper, scissors. Come on.
All right, here we go. One, 2, 3.
All right, I did scissors too. All right, one more time. Yeah, you're going to be here for like 30 minutes. All right.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Wait, I be thinking like rock, paper, scissors, then you go. But you be counting. We like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover over here. You gonna go 1, 2, 3, go, or 1, 2, go? Like what? You could go for it. Go for it. Miracle, you choose.
I got it. It's all good. All right, so what is intimacy? I know everybody is going to have a different answer. Some people's going to have different answers, but to me, intimacy is on different levels. This goes beyond physical, right? I feel personally, intimacy comes back to your relationship with God, the Creator, from creator to creation. And then you have the physical, but then you also have the emotional as well. I think that when it comes to Black men and intimacy, it's not really talked about as much, especially where I'm from and how I was raised. But now, since it's becoming more of a desiring topic, I think it's definitely needed to do that, so that a man must know who he is first and foremost before he actually connects himself with a potential spouse or a partner. For me, intimacy is beyond the bedroom. Intimacy is beyond the physical. for me, it deals with the mental, and it also deals with the emotional and the spiritual. I take those three areas very, very seriously. That's one of the things that my mother actually taught me growing up. My dad did to a certain extent, but I would say my mother took it a little bit deeper to where she always told me, you know, it's more than just physical. You always want to pay attention to the person that you're talking to, the woman, and to know that it's about her mind and it's about her emotion. If a man can connect to that woman mentally, emotionally, but above all spiritually, that's where you're really going to gain a lot of ground and have a common bond with that individual. So to me, it's deeper than the physical. That's intimacy to me.
Okay. Look, good answer. What about you, Neil? What is intimacy to you?
When I think of like intimacy, I think of like listen to me, kind of like pillow talk, you know what I'm saying, without having sex, basically. Or, you know what I'm saying, like, say if you're not married, basically. But I think, like, as a man, sometimes you just really want to be heard. Even though, like, yeah, I'm a man and my voice is always heard, this, that, and the third. But sometimes it's like, it's hard to, like, find a woman that you can, like, let your heart talk to. You know what I'm saying? Versus like you just using your voice and all that. But, you know, it's just another level of like, so many, to me, like I remember I was reading this book and it was like, it was saying how like men are like apples, women are like oranges. It's like when you peel an orange back, there's so many like layers to that one orange. And then you got the mist that every time you like dig into it and peel it apart back. But it was like with men, they're saying like, you know, their apples, like their exterior, you know, once you break the exterior, you know, it starts to brown a little bit. It's like the exterior is a little bit soft, but on the inside is real hard. So it's like, I think intimacy on the level of like just being able to communicate like all your pain, stuff that makes you laugh, stuff that even as a man makes you cry, your insecurities, you know what I'm saying, inadequacies, your shortcomings, as well as, you know, victories and successes as well. Like being able to like really share with a woman like, hey, look, this is what makes me tick. This is what keeps me going. And being able to express that and not feeling like less of a man or feeling like kind of like, dang, feeling soft that you opened up about some real, like, you know, sensitive stuff about yourself. So that's what intimacy, as far as, you know, for me is. And it's something that is really like, it's worked up to. Like you really got to work hard. 'Cause I think as a man, it's a lot of levels. Like it's a lot of levels to women, but like to men, it's a whole lot of levels to a man too. Like you might not see them all.
That's right.
That's where I'm at with it.
Okay, I see. Look, all the ladies, are y'all taking notes? We taking notes? I know that's the thing, like when I was reading the book, seeing all the different men and the, you know, the one question and the different responses that they got, as well as for me, it just kind of really wanted me to just really understand what my husband would think of these questions and what he would say. And so, because I know that one thing I've learned over the years is that, you know, every man is different, and, you know, I feel like there's a lot of generalizations made about men where it's like, oh, all men are this, but
right.
I'm learning in Brazil that ain't the case, you know. So I hope that, you know, encourages the people as well to go ahead and get that in you. Learn it, y'all, especially single people. But anywho, let's see what's another good question can I ask y'all. How about, what do you find attractive in women? Oh. Silence.
Okay. You want to take it, Neil?
All right. Okay. What I find attractive in women is like originality, like courage. Like, you know, sometimes I guess you might think like women are courageous too. Like women are bold, sometimes bolder than a lot of men. I like that. To me, that's attractive. I like a woman who's really just comfortable in her own skin. Like, seriously. Like, just like, this is me. Whether you like a business type of woman, like, and you just like assertive all the time, or whether you just kind of just laid back, whether you are a free spirit type of woman, like all that stuff, like however you are, like if you wear the high heels, that's that high, like, yo, cool. If you don't wear heels, you like wearing flats, that's cool too. But just being comfortable in who you are and how you dress and how you express yourself, and you know, really, like, honestly, like, just your love for God is, to me, like the core of it. To me, that's the sexy part about it. That's courageous in itself. Something you never even seen before. But I think, yeah, just natural. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might catch some flack for this though. Like a woman who just loves her own hair. Like, seriously, just however it grows out. Like, yo, I will love it. I don't care what it is. Like, I just want to touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just little stuff like that. The simplicity. I know, you know, with a woman, it's a lot that comes with a woman because y'all are women. Beautiful. You know, I took a lot more time creating y'all, in my opinion. But I just think having just that courage and that confidence to just be like you, unapologetically, 100%. To me, that's attractive.
Okay. Well, what you got, Mr. Ranye? What do you find attractive in women?
I'm right there with Neil as well on the part of the security of a woman. I love the security of a woman. She is, again, comfortable in her own skin. She knows who she is in God, and that relationship between her and her creator. I think that's a beautiful thing. Because I will say this, at times when I have been on having certain interests with certain women at the time frame, that was one of the turnoffs that I've had, was a woman who is very insecure about herself. So security is definitely important. Security of knowing who you are before someone else comes in and validates who you are. It should be you and God. God should give you that revelation to know that you're already complete in your own uniqueness, in your own greatness that He already poured into you and made into you and knitted into you when you were still in your mother's womb. I would also say intelligence is very beautiful. That's very attractive to me. Their heart is very attractive. Depends on where the heart is as well too, because again, I've dealt with some women where some of them had some selfish hearts. And some of them are very humble as well, you know, depending on the environment that she grew up in, the people who she's around, her influences, things of that nature. That all plays a very vital role in the making of who she is. Because I always tell people, at the end of the day, this exterior, when we get up in age and everything, it'll soon fade away. But what do you have left? That's the most important thing, is to know who you are in God, your intelligence. Because for me, I've realized over the years that I'm not a fan of surface conversation. I go deep. And I love going there, because if you're able to, if I jump on to different topics as we're getting to know one another and you're not afraid to go there, cool. Then you can definitely go with me. We can definitely have some really in-depth conversation and engagement, you know, because that's the thing that really stimulates me. Mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, those three areas are very important to me, always. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're 5'2", 5'10", or if you brown skin or caramel skin or dark skin, it ain't no different for me. For me, it's like your heart, your intelligence, and your spirit succeeds everything past your flesh.
Hey, ladies. Hey, y'all out there taking notes, you know what I'm saying? Both of them gents are single, so I'm just saying, put y'all out there. Ooh. Sorry. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm like, call y'all out. For as far as I know, ladies. I don't know. Hit them up on social medias.
You are not here. I promise. What was that? Like, oh, yo, then you pause for like 10 seconds. Just gonna stay in it.
Yeah, stuck a pose.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Y'all good with these questions? Y'all want me to keep these questions going? What y'all? Or y'all tired of me already?
Let's keep going. I love it.
All right, let's see. Ooh, how about this one? What are you afraid of in relationships?
What am I afraid of in relationships?
Well, are you afraid of anything? I guess that's the question. What? But she asked in the book. She asked, "What are men afraid of in relationships?"
Good question.
Ooh.
I would say for me, it would be, and I have dealt with this before, not even before, but like several times. I would say, to know somebody and to get familiar with somebody as you're going through your process through courtship, and you two agree to have, exclusive relationship, anonymous, things like that. As you're building towards, hopefully, it would be marriage. To go for a certain period of time when you think you know somebody and then they pop up and then they tell you something which catches you off guard. To me, is like keeping secrets, and also manipulation is very huge for me because I've dealt with that pretty much all of my life. Through my childhood, through my adolescence, through my adulthood and all of that. But it just came in different forms. I dealt with it through my family, but when it's transferred over to potential partner or potential spouse, now we're talking on a whole different level because now it's going to affect what we have going on, but it's also going to make me question, can I trust you, right? Can I trust you as we are building this thing called love and this thing called, we say that we know who God is and we say that God is in the center of this relationship and these things. But when you find out that someone's been lying to you the entire time, that is what bothers me. That actually sets up a certain trigger in me a lot, and it's not fun at all. So manipulation, keeping secrets, and then also wanting to have control within the relationship, right? So that tends to bothers me a lot as well, where you're coming off very, very harsh and very hard for whatever reason. And then I begin to process these things in my own mind. And as I'm going through prayer and meditating on what's been happening, what's been taking place, when I reflect on matters like this is what really pops out, and I know that God always going to give me an answer. There's a revelation that's just around the corner that's going to let me know about this person. And when I get it, then it's like, okay, see, now I got a problem because you didn't tackle the problem in your last relationship and you did not address those root issues back there, right? And then I've also have dealt with women who have carried luggages from one relationship to another. And it wasn't about the dating and it wasn't about the relationship. It was about this root issue that you had going on further back in your childhood, dealing with, you may have trust issues growing up between you and your father or you and your mother, because we realize that our parents are the first role models when a child is born. So if we're not getting the right essential tools from our parents, then how are you going to know how to navigate through building a relationship with someone? And I mean, like, we're even talking about when you two get to know each other, acquaintanceship, friendship, courtship, engagement, then marriage. See, those are the steps right there. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that's just to answer your question.
Okay. What about you, Neil? You got some things you're afraid of when it comes to relationships? He's like, yeah.
Yo, I just don't like scary women. I'm being, that's what it scares me. Yep.
Scary women?
Yeah, man. Like that's like, it's this thing you can be like, hey, y'all can be getting to know each other and all that. But it's like when it gets serious and they know it gets serious and you tell them like, yo, it's about to get serious, and they just get scared. It's like, this is too good to be true. Are you gonna break my heart? I'm so afraid of being in love. It's like you start to hear all these like things fly up, and I'm just like, can't you just go with the process? Like that right there, I'm like, yo, no. Like for that reason, I will never buy women any form of footwear. Yo,
where did that come from?
Yo, we all have a past, right? Yo, man.
No red bottoms.
Yo, I'm telling you, we all lived through some stuff, right? So me, I'm like, I bought a girl a pair of socks.
I feel you, brother.
And she slid. I bought a girl a pair of shoes. She strutted. I bought one girl a pair of sneakers and she ran. I was like, yo, Neil, there's a pattern here. I was like, yo, don't ever buy footwear ever again.
Wow.
Yo, I'm crazy like that though, but I don't. That's like my big. Cause like sometimes you know, as a guy, like depending on whatever the situation is, you might hear that, oh, like you're too good to be true, like you're so nice and you do everything the right way. It gotta be something wrong with you. Are you cheating, or is there another woman? Are you gay? Is it something? Like, and yo, like don't like me, I'm celibate, right? So it's like that's another factor too. It's like, say I'm dating a Christian woman or whatever, and it's like, yo, we both trying to like abstain from sex, and it's like, dang, I gotta deal with that. I'm trying my best. Then you gotta deal with like, well, why don't you touch me? Why don't you kiss me like this? And it's like, because this is gonna lead to that. And you said you want to wait, and I'm trying to respect you, but it's stuff just gets so complicated, and they're like, it just drives me nuts. That's what I'm afraid of, man. I'm like, I'm not, like, I've dealt with that more than one occasion, and just like, you just get tired. I'm like, yo, I do not want a scary woman. I want a woman that's like mature. I don't want her to react like a teenager. Like, you know what I'm saying? When a situation is real, it's like, yo, look, is that the last time you got your heart broke? Did you not mature past that heartbreak? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because as a man, like, yo, a lot of men become dogs because they get their heart broke. So it's like, yo, because the way you treated me, I'm going to treat every other woman the way you treated me. I'm going to take that revenge out on them. And that's what I've like had conversation was like, yo, why are you cheating on your wife? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you having real conversations with people. So it's just, I don't want to get to that level ever of like, this is the last straw. Like, like I don't want to get there,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden I'm that guy. Like that's what I don't want. So
He's telling the truth. I got to piggyback on what Neil said. That is so. Thank you, brother. That's so real, and I can vouch for that man right there because I've been through it. I've had my share of that as well. You know, someone would just get up and run away, you know, and not really tackle the situation that's in front of them. And then also, just like what he said, that's the truth. Because I had a situation just like that as well. They know that you're trying to live a godly lifestyle, right, as much as you can, or try to, as we say, you know, walk on the straight and narrow path. But at the same time, people don't know, man, it is real out here. It's very, very hard. It's very, very testing. It's very trying. And we come across a lot of different situations, assignments, you know what I mean? Like real talk. If y'all don't mind me getting deep for a second, I'm gonna go there. I know for a fact that, you know, the enemy, Lucifer, he will send what you like and what you've been looking for in the form of a woman, and he'll send you just what you want down to the very detail of it, right? Out of nowhere. She gorgeous, everything. It looks like or seems like she got her head on straight, right? She carrying herself very well, and then all of a sudden she knows that you trying to live the righteous path, but at the same time, she gonna try to test you in that department. I've been there as well too. You know what I'm saying? I've even had some of them that I realized, and I'm so thankful to God first and foremost, because when you get the notion like I have, where I would hear, if y'all don't mind me saying this, I'm gonna say this on record, I have heard the Holy Spirit say to me, don't have sex with her. Don't sleep with her. Don't do that. Because sooner or later, right down the road, as soon as you two disconnect, I found out that some of them were actually practicing witches.
Because your love has set me free. I'm alive.
There's no time to get my nails done. Oh, I know. I went to unwindselfcare.com and got my 100% nail polish strips. Thanks, Unwind Self-Care.
For more information about Black men and intimacy, check out Therese Fleetwood at Luxury Romance Concierge.